Welcome back to Let's Replay Neverwinter Nights 2 Original Campaign. This is Big Los. We have just come from Aldanon the Sage's house. We've cleared it out of a bunch of robes. Why are we going by Cain Lethalon? Sometimes this game is just weird. Anyways, we have just learned that Aldanon was kidnapped by an unknown party. And that Lord Tavorick is in danger because he is on the receiving end of a silver shard that was in the possession of, I think, 3 other nobles, and they all wound up dead, so Lord Tavorick is probably next. So we have to tell Lord Nasher about it right away. That's why we're heading to Castle Never. On another note, I do appreciate all the comments people are leaving on my videos. However, just keep in mind I don't have Google+, so if you're leaving comments on old videos and asking questions, I am not going to know that they are even there. It'll be by chance that I'll look on an old video and see a new comment or something like that. One of the new comments that was left on one of my old videos, well, it's not really that old, maybe like a month ago. He said that, well, he asked, what does my salutation at the end of the videos, Tenga un buen dia, mean? Well, that's Spanish. It's Tenga un buen dia. It's literally saying, have a nice day. I heard it one time at the end of a Spanish language TV show called Despierta America. And since it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. You know, because nosotros todos necesitamos un poquito español en nuestra día. Anyways, let's talk to Lord Nasher. I'm glad you have come. It seems one event follows another. The trial with Leskin has been settled, but now I hear Aldanon has been kidnapped? When we arrived at his home, it was occupied by thugs. This is grave news. Aldanon may have irritated some, but that is no reason to seize him unless there was something larger at stake. As it turns out, it may be tied to the deaths taking place in Black Lake. Explain, and we get 2000 XP, which is sufficient enough to level us up. Well, from what we learned at Aldanon's home, Lord Tavorick may be the 4th noble murdered unless we do something. Siren? Will not allow him to suffer the same fate as the others. I want you to report to Lord Tavorick's estate at once. I'm sending Captain Ballard and a detachment of guards to meet you there. I have marked Tavorick's home on your map. Go there and do everything in your power to protect him. Now go. But the first thing we're going to do... Get out of my way. The first thing that we're going to do is we are going to go back to the Sunken Flagon and we're going to level up the entire party. So that might take a while. So I'll just meet you over there. Alright, here we are back in the Flagon. I have put Sand into our party. Janek and Sand are going to be the first characters that we are going to level up. And if you don't want to see a whole bunch of level ups, then I guess you could just skip to later in the episode. But for right now, Janek will be first. He has 7 levels of Arcane Scholar. He's going to go for his 8th one right now. Let's get the paperwork out. Alright, so we are going to pick this again. Our first skill point will be invested into concentration. And then into heal, just so that we can use those healing kits. Lore, spellcraft, whoops, and tumble. And that's it, and we're going to save these other 2. So we have 2 spells that we can pick for level 7. We're going to pick 2 spells for Janek, and then we'll pick 2 other spells for Sand, and then we'll have each of them scribe 4 scrolls, and then they'll just swap. That way we can really maximize the spells that we have. So let's see if there's any conjuration spells, because Sand can't learn them. No, actually, it looks like all of these are not conjuration spells. Therefore, Sand can scribe every one that Janek will scribe. And that's good. So what should we pick? I mean, we're going to get 4 out of it eventually. I say we do Delayed Blast Fireball as one of them. This one gives us what? Oh yeah, this is one of those spells that can count as like a bunch of lower level spells, depending on your mood. Hiss Asleep. This looks like a good one. I've never actually had this spell to try out, so I might want to do that. The targets of this spell fall into a comatose slumber. Notice it has no mention of hit die. So basically, any creature, if it fails a will save, it falls asleep. And then a sleeping creature is vulnerable to coup de grace. So I'll pick that one. So I have to remember not to pick these for Sand. Delay Blast, Fireball, and Hiss Asleep. We'll pick 2 others. And we have Spell Knowledge +2. Now, I've forgotten what that means, so let's go down and see what it says. The Arcane Scholar and any party members gaining +1 bonus to their saves versus spells. This bonus increases to +2 at 8th level. So any spells cast on Janek or the party, they will get a +2 to any saves that they have to make. And it's automatic, it says. Great.
I concur.
Alright, we're going to do Sand now. And I don't think I qualified him for any special prestige classes, so I guess we'll just go with wizard levels. Well, I guess you could do Pale Master if you wanted to. Whenever new odd number Pale Master level is gained... No, that's not good, because if we... Actually, you know what? This might be good. Because he'll still gain spells. But he'll also get, what is it, the +2 armor class bonus at 1st level? See, at 2nd level you won't get any spells, but then you'll get Animate Dead as a spell-like ability. At this point, this is not really that good, because we have Create Greater Undead, a far superior spell. And then at 3rd level you would get Dark Vision, Summon Undead at 4th level. I mean, you have to really want this prestige class. Nah, we'll just stick with Wizard. Screw it. Alright, so we'll do Concentration, Craft Alchemy, we're going to do Craft Armor. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do Lore anymore. Spellcraft, yes, is very important. And then I guess we'll throw all the rest of these into Craft Armor. 1, 2, 3. Therefore, once he gets a high enough level, he'll be able to make one of those Umber Hulk high tower shields. Now remember, last time we picked Delayed Blast Fireball and Hiss Asleep, where we were going to pick 2 other spells. Ethereal Jaunt might be a good one. This is kind of like Invisibility, except instead of being invisible, you're technically like not even on the material plane anymore. You're in the ethereal plane, which means you can see basically everything on the material plane, but people on the material plane without true seeing can't see you, and they can't even attack you, because you're technically in another dimension. This one is some type of an illusion spell, and I don't think I've ever used it before. It is convinced of the unreality of every situation it might encounter. It takes no actions, not even purely mental actions. Instead, watches the world around it with amusement. The subject becomes effectively helpless to take no steps to defend itself from any threat, since it considers any hostile action merely another illusion. So basically, you have an illusion spell that convinces the target that everything around it is an illusion. I wonder if coup de grace would work on something like this. However, it only affects one creature. Prismatic Spray might be a better one. This is a cone, and it does all of this stuff too. The enemy is within the cone. So it could be 20 fire damage, 40 acid damage, etc., etc., etc. Actually, electrical damage is the best. 80. Struck dead is probably the best one. Or petrified. Petrified is the same as being dead. Alright, we'll do Prismatic Spray. That's a good one. One more spell. I guess we'll do Ethereal Jaunt. And then I think at the next level we'll have access to level 8 spells. And then we'll swap spells after that. Ad nauseum.
Yes.
Alright. Let's do Nishka. Well, I really don't see any more point to giving her Shadow Dancer levels. Let's just keep giving her Robe levels. So, Disable Device, always a good one. Hide. Move silently, open lock. Search. Sleight of hand. Spot. Tumble. Use Magic Device, for sure. And then we have 2 more that we can allocate somewhere. Maybe I'll start dumping these into Appraise, because we don't need to set any traps. Alright, that should do it.
Follow me, everyone.
Time for Chandra.
Grab a buddy and let's head out.
I guess we'll just give her another fighter level. You haven't qualified for anything here, except for Frenzied Berserker and Divine Champion. Really? Well, I guess it doesn't really take much to qualify for that. Yeah, let's just do fighter. We have 4. So we'll dump one into craft weapon. And then I guess we'll do the rest into craft armor, because there aren't any other skills here that I really want to improve. I don't use parry and I don't use taunt. And we have 1 feat, and we have access to greater weapon specialization, which will add 2 points of damage every time that the short sword will hit. So that's pretty good. And this is actually a fighter specific feat, so we'll pick that. Next is
What's going on?
my favorite sorceress, Qara. And of course we'll still give her another sorceress level. We'll do concentration, spellcraft. We don't need to really do lore anymore. We have Janek for that. I guess we'll dump the rest into craft alchemy. And you have access to 1 level 7 spell. Let's check the rest of the levels. Well, we could swap out spells if we really want to now. Oh, I did some research, and that spell called Spell Resistance is only a divine spell. Only clerics and druids can get it. So that's kind of unfortunate. Which would make it even more imperative for Giavi to get the feat Craft Magic Arms and Armor. You would have to be level 15 for that anyway. Hopefully we'll get her before we reach level 15. So which level 7 spell should we pick? Something that's really powerful. I guess Finger of Death would be really powerful. She could just do that a bunch of times, killing people. Even if they survive, they could take between 3 and 18 points of damage. However, with a Nymph Cloak plus 8, saving against her spells is not going to be easy. You'd have to roll basically a 20. Or have a really high fortitude. Okay, so that's it for the party that I have right now.
You have need of me?
Let me go back out And I'll swap 3 of the members out. We'll come back here with 3 new ones, and then we'll level them up. So I'll meet you back here. Okay, I just wanted to cut in here real quick. I'm wandering around town looking for some crafting items before I switch out some party members, because I want to craft a couple things first. Now, when I came to Deacon with Sand in my party, he says, "I can't believe a kobold can get a shop in this quarter." And I can't. The indignity of it all. Oh, it be you. Back to be customer again this time, maybe. So, I can't remember if I've actually asked these questions before, so maybe it would be a good time to go through them. Who are you again? Deacon is Bard, singer with scales, running from danger, and writer of tales. Have you read some of Deacon's works? Hard to find sometimes. Deacon have to look very hard to see where books are. Sometimes finds them in trash heap. You write books? Yes, Deacon write a few, not carried so much in Neverwinter, but here they're big in Icewind Dale. Of course, Deacon think not much to do up there but read. But he not heard so much about Icewind recently. Maybe on last legs. Good as dead. Deacon mostly write epic tales, big stories of travel. But not like Volo. Volo is after quick copper. Dinkin dinks. And not an artist with higher calling like Deacon. Yeah, we know all about Volo from Storm of Zahir. So you're a traveler. Deacon little kobold, but big traveler. Deacon been to Shadowdale, Waterdeep, Underdark, Am, and many mountains and forests and caves. Sometimes Deacon even stop and look at these places when not running and screaming in fear. Neverwinter next stop for Deacon, so here Deacon is. Deacon go where the stories are. As long as stories are outside, Deacon very, very tired of being in dungeons and caves with bad people that throw spells at Deacon. Is Neverwinter much of a change from Waterdeep? Neverwinter a little smaller than Waterdeep, less squares and cubes, more shadows and hills. Also glad land not moving, like first epic story. How did you become a merchant? Deacon collect many strange things running around the world, hard to carry. Sat them down for a moment on Neverwinter Street to catch breath, and suddenly people start coming up to Deacon and asking to buy things from him. Deacon hungry, so Deacon figured that alright. His back hurt from carrying all that stuff anyway. Good riddance to all that junk, Deacon thinks. Deacon not sure how long market will last, though. Big troubles in area. Very scary to Deacon. Deacon hear bad things in Luskan City. Luskan City smelled bad, but easy to hide there. Looking to do any more traveling? No. Well, maybe. Deacon might move if Deacon had a little shop with a roof to keep out rain and cold, and no white dragons and no one to call master. But Deacon doesn't know where that is, and Deacon tried everywhere in Neverwinter. People not want Deacon to move in. They say Deacon is vermin, attract more kobolds, nest in the walls like rats. If I find a place where you can set up shop, I'll let you know. Deacon thanks you. Deacon not picky. Even few holes in roof good. Not mind cold too much. He's small. Could fit in tiny place. Even ruins is good as long as no monsters or golems. Or statues. Deacon not like statues. Already did duty as statue before. Not fun. There was something else I wanted to ask. Something you want from Deacon? Can I see what you have for sale? Okay, so I'm going to go through here and try to find stuff to buy. Mostly I'm looking for a... Well, I definitely need one of these, an iron ingot. I'm looking for some gems. I'm looking for a bell drill, and I'm looking for a king's tier. And I sold some stuff, and I got 21,000 gold pieces. It took a lot of money to scribe scrolls. Where does that money go, anyway? I don't know. But I'll meet you back once I'm ready to start doing it. Okay, I just wanted to come into the Temple of Lathander here in the Black Lake District. I came looking for a bell drill. I found a king's tier in here, but no bell drill. I think I might have bought it already. But the reason I'm in here is because there are several back rooms in here that I haven't shown yet. Now let's turn on search mode, and as you can see, these chests in these rooms are trapped because they have good stuff. So we're going to examine this trap. The DC is 19 for examining. We have a 26 modifier. So it would be 26 just to disarm it and then 36 to recover it. So I would have to roll a 10 or higher to recover it. So I have a better than 50-50 chance. Actually, I think it's just even 50-50, but let's try to recover it anyway. And I rolled an 11, so that's better than what we needed. Inside here, we have a +1 light shield and a cloak of protection +1. We can sell both of those.
Something you want?
We'll have Chandra hold on to them.
Everybody, follow me!
I've casted Greater Heroism on Ishka so that she will be able to have a higher check on her disabled device. Let's examine the trap on this one. This one's actually a little easier. Let's recover it. I think I need to roll a 7 or better for this one. Okay, I did get it. I rolled a 9 and got 35. If I were to roll a 7, I would have got the 33 required. So inside here is some type of tower shield.
Yes.
What do you make of it? It's a Greater Shield of Dawn. We can keep it or sell it. I think it's better as a sellable item because it's only +1. But let's check
Something you want?
what shield you have. You have the Mirror Shield. It gives you 12 spell resistance, and the AC bonus is 3. So it's actually equal to what that Tower Shield AC bonus is. Okay, let's just pick it up and throw it in our Greater Magic bag. It also gives you +5 versus undead. We're not going to be fighting undead for a little bit. So we're not going to need an item like that.
How can I help?
And in the last room over here is another treasure chest. There's actually 2 things in here and they're both traps. So let's examine the first one. DC is 22, which means for disarming it would be 29 and then it would be 39. So I need like a 13 or better roll. So I think I'm just going to disarm this trap. The odds are just not in my favor. And I rolled a 20. Man. If I would have rolled a 20 on recover, I would have had it. 250 gold pieces and the McFear Cithern, which allows bards to use Cure Light Wounds, Mage Armor, and Sleep. We'll give that to Grobnar.
Can't move! Carrying too much stuff!
And we should sell the Strong Holy Trap kit. Let's examine this one. DC is 15, so it should be pretty easy to recover. Then we got an average Holy Trap kit. So let's pick the lock on this. And inside is the... oh, it's a flail that we don't know what it is.
I will lead now. Follow.
It's the Heirs of Osiris. It's a +1 and it's +4 versus undead. This is another good sellable item. We'll also give this to Chandra.
Yes.
And she'll put it into her Greater Magic bag. We can't really sell anything to the Armorsmith anymore. We've pretty much cleaned out all the gold that he has. What, am I stuck? Yeah, I'm stuck. Get out of there. Ishka?
Yes.
Not needed.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't think that there was any type of treasure on this side. There's a closed door, but I don't think there's anything in here. No, nothing. Over here is... looks like
a pleasure to speak with you.
May Lathander illuminate you, brother. Okay, I guess I'll go to those other merchants in the Black Lake to try to get that Beldrill, and then I will go into the Sunken Flagon, and then we'll start some more crafting. So I'll meet you back there. Okay, I know I said I'd meet you back at the Sunken Flagon, but on my way to Port Last, it says you have encountered something on the way to your destination. I wonder what it is. I'm not really sure, but we're gonna find out. I take it this wasn't summoned by any of you. This is the first time that I've ever experienced this cutscene. Is that some sort of elemental? It can't be a wraith, but it looks like Qara. Oh, by the gods, can we get a moment's peace? I was kind of hoping it was something you had summoned. Yeah, it looks badass. Whatever it is, it doesn't look friendly. Uh-oh. No, Qara. Don't be shooting your crossbow when you have things like disintegrate. But first you're gonna have to stone skin yourself, and then you can disintegrate this thing.
On your guard. Foes approach.
Let's put a Mordenkainen sword there. Actually, we don't need to move. We can just put it right there. There we go. You put one right there. And then you guys gotta put stone skin on. You do that one and then stone skin.
I think I can do that.
What does this do again? Darkness. I don't even know if this is gonna work, but let's try it anyway. You could do darkness yourself if you have that as a racial spell, but you also have web. Yeah, let's try web on it. So everyone's casting spells and stuff. Oh, I wonder what it cast on us. Oh, I think it's an acid fog, and we really have to get out of there.
Looks like we have company.
Strange creature. Oh, we've almost killed this thing. Was that something for the King of Shadows? It didn't... Well, I didn't feel like it. Well, it didn't feel like it. We didn't defeat it. It seems to be leaving of its own choice. Not a good sign. Is it gone? Are you alright? I feel strange. But I'll be fine. I just need a moment or two to recover. Let's talk to you about it.
Great. What's wrong now?
Nothing about that strange creature. Let's check the map. I've never been in this place before. Oh, we can't go back there, huh? This is the furthest extent. What about over here? Is there anything over here? No, just a bunch of trees and stuff. Oh, there goes our swords. They were kind of useful, though. Alright, on the way to Port Last. Looking for Beldrills. I'll meet you back at the Sunken Flagon, or if another cutscene develops, then I'll just cut in there. Okay, I'm back in the Sunken Flagon. I am in the area with the crafting stations. Now, in the Magician's Workbench, I'm placing an iron ingot, a leather hide, a King's Tier gem, a glowing power essence, and then radiant essences of all the other elements: water, fire, earth, and air. And then I'm going to cast regular mage armor on it.
Yenpei ye koroi.
And we get this thing called the Robe of the Archmagi. It's a pretty good item, gives you AC bonus of +5. You get bonus spell slots in 5, 6, and 7. Your saves improved by 3, and you get spell resistance 20.
I can't move carrying all
Now, who do
this
you
stuff.
think we're giving this to?
Yes.
Of course we're giving it to Janik. So, put this on now. Aha! Nice outfit. And we'll give the Mage's Battle Robe to Sand, since he's wearing just his regular robe that he came with. Alright. So now if we de-equip the Glorious Revolution, we won't lose our spell resistance. So that's pretty good. Did we get any spell resistance from this? No. Now, I think you actually can find this thing later in the game, and I might give it to either Qara or Sand, one of the two.
What's going on?
Now, before I continue leveling up my other characters, I'm going to craft something else. Let's put the iron ingot in here.
You have need of me?
I found a Belduril gem. Where is it? Man, I just had this gem too. Where did it go? There it is.
Let me lead the way. You follow behind.
Now, I think I need a glowing fire essence. Is that right? I need... No, I need a radiant fire essence. Oh, well, it's a good thing I have one. Okay, there is a radiant fire essence. And I believe that's... Oh, no. I put in the wrong thing. It's not an iron ingot. Silly me.
How can I help?
It's a leather hide. So let's split this. Give that to Qara.
Yes.
Okay, now we can cast this scroll that I made. Where is it? Fox's Cunning. On the workbench. And we get another headband of intellect +8. Who do you think we're going to give this to? We're going to give it to Sand.
I think it is time everyone march behind me, your new glorious leader.
So we'll put these on. I guess you can drop this robe. I don't think you're ever going to need it again. And now we can pick some more spells for him.
Yes.
And Janik too. Alright, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to exit and re-level my characters. Well, just the ones who haven't gained a level. So I'll meet you back here when it's time to do that. Okay, now I have Bishop, Casper, and Eleni in my party. So
Yeah.
we're going to level them up. So I guess we can give him another ranger level. Why not? I don't think there's really any prestige classes we want to give him. Nah. He's just too useful as a ranger. So I guess we'll just give him skill points in everything that we've been doing up to this point. Yeah, I guess set trap, whatever. And that's about it.
Yes.
Casper's next. Yeah, I guess we can give you a paladin level again. Why not? So we got concentration, heal. No, not parry. We're not going to do that anymore. I guess craft armor, since we've been putting points into that anyway.
Yes.
And Eleni. I guess we're just gonna do another druid level, aren't we? Why not? Okay, so concentration. Well, we've been throwing it into diplomacy for some weird reason, even though we don't really use other characters in conversation. Spot survival. We got one more. Maybe I should have been throwing them into spellcraft. Let's just do craft alchemy, why not? And she could do wild shape 5 times per day. Now I want to check your inventory real quick. So you have a dex of +3. What type of rings do you have? Ring of protection +2.
Follow me.
What about you? A ring +2.
Yeah.
A ring +2.
Yes.
We have a spare ring +2. I guess I can give you this ring of divine power.
Yes.
What is this? Ring of insight? Lore +5. We can give that to you. And this will give you another level 2 spell, but we also have a couple more spells. So level 2, I guess we could just do flame weapon. For level 6, I'm not really sure what we should pick. Maybe a mass something. Maybe a mass bear's endurance gives everybody more hit points. I guess we could do that. And level 7, we don't have as many spells. Where am I going to get the description for this? Oh, there it is. Summon a globe of divine radiance to blind and burn those within the area of effect. Undead take 1d6 points of divine damage per caster level to maximum 20. All other monster types take 3d6 points of divine damage and are blinded for 3 rounds. A successful reflex save halves the damage for undead and voids blindness for others. So this is really only good for undead. I guess we could do Firestorm. That's kind of a good spell. There we go.
Follow me.
You got another level 1 spell. What's this Lionheart? Gains immunity to fear, but for only 6 seconds per level. Endure elements, 24 hours. Damage resistance 10 against all elemental forms of damage. Spell ends after absorbing 20 points from any single elemental type. Do protection from evil. We'll just do lesser restoration.
Follow me.
You didn't get any new spells. Damn you. Alright, time for some more party members. I'll meet you back here. And I had 2 remaining party members, Grobnar and Kelgar, to level
Me?
up. So we'll level you up. Should we give you another Red Dragon Disciple level, or should we give you a Bard level? Let's see what you get with the Red Dragon Disciple level. So with 3 points we'll do Concentration and 2 Crafts. Next, you get Blind Fight as a free feat. How about if we give you a Bard level? We'll do Crafts. Perform tumble, use magic device, and I guess another one to perform. And 2 spells. Cure critical wounds. That's a good one. And we got one more level 3 spell. What about this one? Darkness, invisibility, mage armor, magic missile, or summon shadow. I don't know about that. Well, if only you had craft wondrous item. If you had craft wondrous item, you could be the one creating the... You could be the one creating the greater amulet of health. But I want Eleni to do that because she also has bark skin. And with bark skin, she can make amulet of natural armor as well. We could do greater invisibility. I think I'm just gonna take this anyway. Whatever. And for level 3, we could do another cure spell. Sure. Yeah, that's more useful than the Red Dragon Disciple level. We might give him that at the next level.
Follow me, everyone. Grab a buddy and let's head
We
out.
also got this thing to give him.
Me?
So you have another musical instrument. Which allows you to do these things once per day. Also, we gave you that weapon, but
Something you want?
I think you might benefit from some of these other short swords. Like, I don't know, maybe the short sword +2.
Everyone, follow me!
Yeah, you can use it. Okay. That'll be your new weapon. Yeah, that's better. That's much better.
Yeah?
Okay, now we can do a Frenzied Berserker or another fighter level, and I'm thinking about doing a fighter level for Kelgar. I was also thinking about re-leveling him with monk levels, but his wisdom starts out as a 10, which is really awful for monk levels. He wouldn't get any benefit of armor class, or what is it, to some of the saves versus like the stunning fist. I mean, monks really need wisdom, and if you start with a wisdom of 10, that's just a terrible, terrible monk. Alright, so we have 2 things that we could do. Let's just throw them all in the craft weapon. And then we get a feat, Greater Weapon Focus Warhammer. We'll do that, and eventually we will get a Warhammer. Alright, there we go. And now we have a ways to go before level 15. Alright, let me choose my party for the Tavorick Estate, and then I will meet you right in front of the place.
I will lead now. Follow.
Okay, we're in front of the Tavorick Estate. It's right here. We now have access to it. There are 2 guards, Weatherly and Guff, standing out front. It is right across the street from the Collector's Mansion and right next to the Bryce Crypt. I've decided to make this an all-magic user party, except for Chandra, of course. I have Eleni, Sand, and Qara. Eleni also brings her animal companion, which acts as another melee character. Halt there! Who are you, and what business have you here? Quit with your halt there's, you great bubbling nit. 'Tis Janek Tam, or I'm half a troll. You'll have to pardon my comrade, your lordship. We started as watchhounds, you see. There's nothing a watchhound likes better than the sound of his own voice, especially when it's telling folk to halt and state your business. Just show me to Captain Ballard, will you? Old Black Ballard's waiting for you inside, Squire, right through the door and straight on to the main hall. Do you have anything else to say? Old Black Ballard's waiting for you inside. Yeah, that's what you said before. Captain Ballard's in the house, my lord, waiting your pleasure. So let's go on inside. And then I guess we'll watch a couple cutscenes and probably end the episode a little bit early. So this house is actually quite large. There is an entrance area here, and then there's a hall here, and it's pretty freaking useless. I mean, it looks like there's doors on either end, but they lead nowhere. Can't go inside of them. And then here's the main hall with Captain Ballard.
I'm sorry, my lord, but the girl must leave.
Oh, come now, look at her. Look, pretty girl like that would keep any man alive and well, even a spotty old ward like me. That is what Nasher wants, isn't it? To keep me from dropping dead, huh?
Lord Nasher is concerned about my lord's well-being, in light of the recent deaths of my lord's associates.
Bah! If Nasher cared about my lord's well-being, he'd buy me a potion of youth. Failing that, he'd send me a harem. 84 girls, one for each of my years. Yes? Maybe? Soldiers. Millian, my dear, I insist that you come back and play for me again. The night after next, perhaps.
My lord is very sweet. I'd be honored.
Well, I guess we wouldn't be too broken up if he actually does get murdered. Now, will we? Squire Janik Tam? Captain Andrew Ballard at your command. If you don't mind me saying, Squire, it's an honor to serve with you. My men and I were there for your trial by combat. Warmed a lot of the veterans' hearts to see you rout that Luskan dog. I should be thanking you for your service, Captain, not the other way around. It means a lot to hear that, Squire. A lot of folk would rather forget the Luskan War. And us with it. Lucky for us, Lord Nasher isn't one of them. As for the matter at hand, I've already made an initial sweep of the house, secured the outer doors, and billeted my men on the second floor. We're 5 in number, and all proven men. The quiet one with the bow is Comely Finn. Doesn't say much, but he's killed more Luskans than any of us with those arrows of his. My sergeant is Darwin, called Greylocks. Like a father to the boys, and deadly with an axe. Guff and Weatherly you've already met. I'll be bringing them inside and locking down the front door when night falls. By your leave, I'd like to barricade all the exits as well. Do it. I'll send Finn and Darwin to gather some tables and such. The old man won't miss them. The place has rooms that haven't been touched in decades, perhaps more. After you sent the old man upstairs, we'll get underway. I'd like to inspect the house myself. Certainly, Squire. Plenty of time for that now, or after you've talked to Tavorick. I won't lock down the house until you give the word. Alright, so now we have to go and explore the house and see if there's anything that can be used to aid in its defense. But we'll do that next time. Will we find anything? Find out next time. This is Big Low signing off. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. And Tenga un buen día.